Good morning. It's Todd Krause, Module 7, about the human resource frame. I want to welcome you to my classroom. Just got done with choir this morning. Having a little bit of time, so I need to make this video for you. Hope everybody had a good weekend, and I'm looking forward to the break coming up. So let's get started here. The human resource frame by Bowman and Deal. What I took from it is the organization has to operate as a family, and that's the most important thing. In any family, the needs and skills and relationships are of the utmost importance, and that goes into the communications and conversations that are important between the employees, the group, any type of staff, and any type of family. It's important to communicate effectively, and that's what we see here in this resource frame. What needs to be met are the organizational and human needs need to be met, and then the goal of strategic planning and decision making is involved with all participants and all personnel, not just one person making the decisions and everybody else has to live with it. I think the communication going back and forth between everybody is important, and that's where we get to achieving goals and building a stronger foundation in future. Like I said, it involves all personnel. It's not just one person dictating, and then the communication is very important. The leader is a servant and a catalyst in this resource frame. We need to serve the human needs, and then, like I said, communication, camaraderie amongst everybody is very important. We see that in families, but then we see it in schools with teachers, from the principal all the way down to the paraprofessionals, and that's what we'll get into here today with my pyramid of hierarchy. And what I did, I went ahead and put a triangle on the board. I listed the 10 participants or 10 employee staff kind of identification. But I added the bus drivers. I drive a bus whenever they need, so I thought the bus drivers need to be included on the list as well. So we'll start with the top. Number one is the principal. And in this situation, I'm going to operate as the principal. So we take the principal off. Principal needs to be at top because they are in charge of the building. They are the administration on site, and they need to be involved in decision making and all that good stuff. So the principal's up top. Second, I'm going to put students and teachers on the same line. It's those type of relationships that need to be very important. Not only the teachers getting the kids to learn and find out more about themselves and to grow in education, they need to be on the same line, in my opinion, because that's the main interaction going on in the school is the teachers and students. So I put students and teachers building relationships at the very top, under the principal. Get these marked off. Parents, students. Next, I want to put the office staff, parents, and community. Parents, office staff, and community in that third tier. And I did that because the office staff is really the ones that everything goes through. They're in charge of sending out announcements, taking lunch counts, taking roll, who's absent, and making sure that the homework gets sent home to the appropriate students. So I put all those three on the same line. Parents, because the parents are communicating with the office staff all the time. That's where they're finding out information about what's going on in our school. So I thought that was important to put the office staff and the parents on the same line. Also, community. Community, here I put them up there too, because they're necessary for getting funding. All the funding comes from the community, and usually that goes to the office. But I think the community needs to be very important. They're the ones that comes to our athletic events, our academic events. They get their students, money for their organizations, their events. I think the community needs to be involved often, so that I put them on the same line. Then marked off here, office staff. This bottom row is where we're going to put custodians and cooks. So custodian cooks are at the bottom with the maintenance personnel. We'll put bus drivers down there as well. Paras will go down here. Parapros and alumni. Often the alumni is those people in the community, and they can also go up there. We put on the same side. Their commitment and contributions to the school is just as important. The paraprofessionals could be up there with the teachers, but I put them down low. We have so many that they're always kind of changing spots, and we're always looking for more paras. I put them in the bottom row, not to take away their importance, but to show kind of where they fall in succession. Maintenance, bus drivers, custodian, cooks, those are all employees that are on staff, and they could be at the very top because they're the ones that make their school look good, and they're the ones that make their school operate kind of behind the scenes. So they're very important too, but I put them on that bottom row. Custodian, cooks, maintenance, bus drivers, with paraprofessionals and alumni on that bottom row. They're very important to their school and how we operate from day to day. But in this hierarchy that I created, I put them on the bottom row. So we have principal up top, student and teachers on the next tier, the third row, office staff, parents, and community members. That's always like businesses, grandparents, cousins, uncles, aunts, that kind of thing. In the bottom row, I got custodian and cooks, maintenance personnel, bus drivers, paras, and alumni. And that's how I kind of see fit for how I would run my school. And the main thing I'm getting out here is the students and the teachers on the same line. Interaction daily, and they're the future of our community and of the world, pretty much. So thank you for viewing my video. Wish you all a good week, and happy holidays, and thank you for a wonderful class. Thanks.